Hello and welcome, Space Cadets, to Season 2 of Dungeon Radio Hour, a D&D actual play comedy podcast where these are not the droids you're looking for. As always, I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Dalton Rusher-Riddle, joined once again by my ragtag band of heroes. Introduce yourself, heroes.
I'm Michael Adair.
I'm Alissa Adair.
Yeah, what up, bitch? I'm Andrew Gehrlein.
That was aggressive.
That
I
was
just thought
aggressive.
I thought I'd throw a little twist in there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Keep
really
you guys
did.
on your toes. That's my new song. What
It
up,
makes
bitch?
me a little uncomfortable. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
audience, you're a bitch. You're stupid.
I was actually only speaking to one
I hope
listener.
you're
One
enjoying this on
listener
your
in particular is the
They know who they are.
so-called
You're not
bitch.
fit to suck our toes. We're gonna dom the listeners for the rest of the
You
episode.
can suck my toes.
Before we got to pull HR Cody in here, dog.
No,
Maybe reel this in.
No. Cody said that we're too small for HR.
We are.
We
too
cannot
Ah.
legally use his services until 50 employees or more. So it's spooky season. If you're listening to this episode now, it's probably end of November, maybe beginning of December. There's probably jingle bells ringing and Mariah Carey is on the radio. But right now, because we bank, we're in spooky season. The reason why I say that is it is the segue into my question for the pre-show. So Cody and I were out driving the other day, and I get these, I call them my spider hairs, but it like my beard comes all the way up to the top of my cheekbone. Like it will
Jesus.
grow
Oh, wow.
all the way up here if I don't keep it contained. And he was like, you need
Are
to
you
go
just-
home.
Are you just trying to make Andrew and Mike feel bad
Yeah.
about their facial hair?
Hey,
Hey.
Alyssa, come on. We were flying under the radar.
I didn't
Have a
want
great
to
beard,
draw
I'm gonna cover
attention
what
to
you
it.
see.
But yeah, if you guys want my upper face hair, I will give that to you.
Please.
But I have to keep it like in check or it gets crazy. And Cody goes, yeah, because you're a werewolf. And I was like, I'm not a werewolf. He's like, no, you're a werewolf. That sends us into this whole topic of if you lived in the supernatural universe, who do you think everybody would be?
Ooh, like a Transylvanian sort of
Like
stereotype.
a vampire
stereotypical
or
monster.
like a witch,
Universal monster.
or yeah, like what
Frankenstein.
universal monster do you think the people on the show would
Traditional.
inhabit? Yeah, and do you agree with
Ooh.
Cody in placing me in the category of werewolf?
werewolf.
I mean,
I mean, I definitely
I'm
would
trying to think of
say
if that
werewolf
fits for
you.
Dalton because he's hairy.
Very hairy.
I am indeed.
He's secretive. He's elusive. You
My
know?
Viking ancestors coming out strong.
for most of college, you were living a secret life that we didn't
True.
know about.
Right.
Yeah.
That goes with werewolfism, the lycanthropy. It goes hand in hand. That's fair.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Once a month, you
Once-
were becoming
yeah.
gay.
Once a month.
And then coming back.
Just once a month.
Yep.
Once a month, you let your free
Gay
flag
werewolf.
fry. And then,
Wear gay.
yeah.
I mean, I don't
Wow.
disagree
Yeah, I
with
see
it.
werewolf.
I would also probably place myself in that category.
I would want to say I'm a werewolf because I think werewolves are the coolest monster out of all the universal monsters.
Yeah.
But I gotta give it to Dalton. I'm probably a Frankenstein or something. Big.
I was going to say
I
Frankenstein.
was going to say
for you.
Frankenstein, and I say it with love, like not
Sure. I do
trying
too.
to be.
No, I get it.
You're
I
a
get it.
formidable
There's just
man.
two big bolts need to be right here.
Yeah,
My neck
Bolts.
is asking for 'em.
yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, you dye your hair green or wait,
Black.
his
His hair
skin
is
was
black.
green and his hair was
Correct.
black,
Yeah,
right?
Correct.
yeah, classically. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see you as a monster.
It's a Frankenstein.
Yeah, I could see.
But
it
what
there.
else? But what else would make me Frankensteinish? What else makes a
Hmm.
Frankenstein?
You have a large build. Once again, not a read, just a fact.
Yep.
Mhm.
And you're also
He's
made up of a
strong.
bunch of dead body parts.
That's true.
So
I do have cadaver bone in my skull.
You look a little sewn together, a little hodgepodge,
That's
you know?
true.
Like your legs are from another body and your ass
When you
is
watch
from some...
yourself walk, or when we watch you walk, we can tell there's something not quite right.
That
Yeah. You have Michael Cera's ass and
Yeah.
I would like to make an argument for vampire for you because
Why is
you
that?
are reclusive.
Very pale.
Am I?
Yeah, very pale.
Pale. Okay.
You don't like going outside a lot. You're always hungry.
Okay. Yeah, that adds up.
Always trying to
drinking
feed.
blood constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Insatiable bloodlust.
Mhm.
Right out of the hamburger package,
Yeah.
just sucking on the fucking blood diaper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's how I like to do.
And I've never seen you
Yeah.
touch a crucifix. So
I've never touched a crucifix.
Yeah.
but I love garlic, so and garlic bread
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and garlic nuts.
That's going to disqualify you completely.
I feel like garlic bread gives a vampire diarrhea and nothing more. Like that's all the allergy really is it just gives them mild diarrhea. But it's become this big thing.
They're like, oh, no, get that away from me. I'll be in the bathroom for 40 minutes.
Also, whenever I pour some rice in front of you, you pick it all up one by one.
Well, I do.
Dude, are vampires known for that?
Yes,
that is part of some vampire
That's
lore.
an old lore thing.
If you throw rice, they have to
pick it up.
I think there's another one where they can't cross a river.
Yeah,
I think that's Rain Man. I think you're thinking of Rain Man.
Yeah, moving
where he drops the toothpicks and 146. I think.
The reason I'm picking up the rice is because you keep throwing dry rice on the fucking floor.
He's also not allowed places without permission.
That's true. Mike's never been into my home, and it's because I've never invited him, and I don't blame him.
He has to beg to get in anywhere.
I go to all my neighbors' doors and I'm like, can I enter? And they're like, why are you doing this? I'm just going to see if I can. Will you allow me? And they say no, and then I have to not do that.
Also, sometimes I'll just wait. I'll open my eyes at night, and Mike will just be looming over me.
I'll be on the corner of your ceiling, just crawled up like the Babadook.
You're just drinking blood from a Capri Sun.
Like, what's up, Andrew? Why are you up there? I just like watching you sleep. Just want to make sure you get some good sleep, bud.
Just want to make sure you get those Z's, brah.
Yeah.
Love your blood, buddy.
I think Andrew. Okay, Andrew's.
Oh no,
Andrew's Igor.
No, Andrew.
He's not a monster at all. He's just Igor.
I'm the scientist's assistant.
You're the little bitch boy that the scientist is. He's like, hold this bladder.
The little like hunchback.
Hold the bladder.
And you're like, can I have some?
I'm like a lackey.
And if you hold 2 more bladders, you can. And then he's giving you body parts. You have to find a brain.
Yeah, I'm not a singular entity. I'm like in an army of ghouls. Like all the ghouls would just look like me, but I wouldn't be the Lord commanding them. You know what I mean?
Yes. I love it.
See, I was going to say Andrew is the gremlins, like when you get them wet. Like
yeah.
Like just
as we all know, he doesn't like getting wet.
So
Mogwai, right?
They're Mogwai, and then they turn into gremlins.
Wet, and then they turn into gremlins. Or they multiply when you get them wet. If you feed them after midnight, they turn into
There's
a gremlin.
Too many rules. I could never be a gremlin because I don't follow rules.
There's really just like 3 rules. It's not
they
that many.
were all broken in that movie. Every single one of them.
You can kill them with a microwave.
That's true. And you can kill Andrew with a microwave, I believe.
No, we've tried. He gets out pretty quick. He doesn't like being in there.
I hate it. I will bang on that glass. I'll be real loud as I'm going out. You're not going to like it.
Andrew is a gremlin I love. I like that. Andrew's a Mogwai. He's a pre-gremlin.
What are the little tiny monsters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
very
an
evil
goblin
fairy.
mode energy, Andrew.
Yeah.
Goblin.
Andrew's the gremlin that in Gremlins 1 flashes you and smokes a cigarette. And
specifically that one.
He's that one.
Okay. If we can kind of expand this just to like fictional creatures, mythical creatures in general, can I argue that I am a dragon? Because I like staying in my place, staying in my little cave with all my stuff, reclusive. I'll get pissy if you try to enter that space.
That's true.
Don't come there. I just want to be left alone with my stuff, chilling. That's me.
But I think there's a case for you for werewolf because once a month you get really.
Oh my god, that's too easy. That was an easy grab.
That's a low hanging fruit.
And I picked it. All right, and I got the laugh. And
I personally would make an argument for a Medusa for Alissa.
Because I never show my hair in public.
Sometimes Alissa looks at you and you do turn into stone.
She has a icy cold stare.
Yeah, she has the icy cold stare. See, I don't get the dragon rage. Maybe because I'm not married to you. I'm sure Mike gets it.
All the time.
But I don't see the rage within you.
You just
I feel
never
like you'd be a
me.
nice dragon. You're like, come on in, let me show you my gold.
Let me show you my gold.
You can have some of the gold if you want. I'm not even protecting it.
Yeah. I'm baking cookies too.
I know.
Like, okay, so who's a nice monster that you know what you could be is like Hansel and Gretel, like the grandma
witch?
that lures them.
Yeah, but she's
That's
trying
not
to
a monster.
eat the children. She's not.
She's not a monster. She's a monster.
Yeah.
Oh well,
The worst
I guess
monsters
if we
can
were
be human.
expanding it to just fantasy realm.
You're right. Now I'm going too wide.
Or the ragdoll chick from Nightmare Before Christmas. What's her name? Fuck, Sally? Is that her name?
Oh,
Sally.
Sally.
I could see a Sally.
I'd be a
I could see you
Sally.
as a Sally.
I could see a Sally. A little like
love Sally.
zombie
Who doesn't love
ragdoll
Sally?
kind of deal.
I like poisoning old people. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're.
Beside the game.
That's what I remember from the movie, where she's like pretending to eat the soup. She's like,
Yeah,
delicious.
no, yeah, she does poison him.
And she poisons just to put him to sleep. Just to put him to sleep.
Frog's breath.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa, you'd be a poisoner. I could see you being a poisoner in like the royal times. Like you'd poison people to ascend the throne.
There you go. Or could I be a ghost?
A ghost that lives in a library.
I mean, I guess you could be. You're also transparently pale.
I am so
You
very
are
pale.
transparently pale. When you enter a room, sometimes you go, whoa! I don't know why you do that, but every once in a while you do that. That freaks me out. And sometimes you're so quiet, I don't know if you're there.
Yeah.
So I'll just see like a lamp turn on. I'm like,
You just lose me. You lose me in the house.
you are
Alyssa's
very
sneaky. I
quiet.
feel like she
You
treads
sneak up on me
lightly.
sometimes. I get very scared.
Yeah. She's a light stepper.
So now that we all have our monsters, are we going to have a monster mash?
Let's do it.
Oh.
Do
the dungeon mash. Do the mash. It's a space house bash. Do the mash. Andrew has a sash. Ah, woo. Somebody take over. I'm out of stuff.
What happened last time is you are going into the final challenge of the Crucible. You find yourself in the danger room once again, once it has reset. So it's this just blank canvas of these like sterile white walls, ceiling, and floor. And the six of you are kind of standing here in the center of this danger room style space as this like sleek, sterling metal, silver, stainless steel kind of robot walks up towards you, and she very much has the silhouette of like June Cleaver. So it's like that 50s bob with this like dress that like fans out to the side. There's a little bow, a little ascot around her neck. That seems to be the only fabric up against the metallic of her body. And she walks up and she introduces herself. My name is Sharon. Prepare for your third trial.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Another Macy.
Sharon. And Sharon stands for Space House's Hospitable Android Retaliation Operating Network.
Well, Sharon, nice to meet you. Mike Adair, by the way. You might know me as, what the fuck's my name? Jelly Boy.
Yeah.
I know my own name. It
Jelly
hasn't been that long since we've recorded. Sharon, nice to meet you. Put her there.
Sharon does.
Yeah,
Sharon extends her hand to you and grasps your gelatinous palm. And even though you are made of goo, the handshake is firm. It is a firm handshake from Sharon.
It is.
Wow.
I like it. Got some mitts on you.
Thank you,
Sharon.
Thank you. I do.
As a fellow machine, I believe you were supposed to brief us on the secret of beating this next challenge. I believe you were supposed to inform us how we can come away from this unscathed. That was part of your program?
Of course, part of my program is to provide as many services as I can and provide you the answers to winning this challenge. The key to winning this challenge is to survive. The best way to do that is to avoid these. And as she says avoid these, you watch these like energy cannons like come out of panels in the ceiling as they extend down. And as they extend down from the ceiling, these turrets launch themselves up from the floor as well, one right after the other. And then 2 lines, 5 across of each, so 10 in total, of these like battle androids walk in behind Sharon. And they look very much like the super battle droids from Star Wars. And they walk in behind her and line up in a row.
Sharon, is there like an off button somewhere that maybe we could press?
of course. The off button is on the other side of the room. And she pans over to the other side of the room where there is a very, very shiny red off button. And she's like, your goal is to hit that off button before the time expires. And then she points up towards the ceiling and you see a timer start that starts at 10 minutes and it starts to tick down second after second. The time starts now.
Oh.
Good luck and may the odds be ever in your favor. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
No.
Oh,
but I'm not
dang
mentally
it.
prepared.
I'm not physically prepared either. Got a soft body. Oh, but 20.
Hey, okay.
16.
Okay.
I was prepared mentally. Ready.
Where is my notebook?
9.
9. Michael.
21. I'm legal.
Damn. Still?
Still.
Okay, so everybody has rolled for initiative. Alissa, you got a 21 with your mod there. Andrew, you got a 16. Ella, Inigo, and Dez all got a 17. They will collectively go together. So it'll go Alissa, the rest of your teammates, Andrew, Sharon, and her room full of death rays is going to go next. And then Mike, you're going to bring up the end with your 9. So Alissa, it is your turn. So just to set the scene,
Oh, Dalton, you didn't mention these were death rays, dude, until just
So
now.
I thought they
we
were
would have
just
never agreed to roll
So
dice
30
for that.
pain rays or graze you and maim you slightly rays.
Alyssa, just to set the scene a little bit, you are in this giant empty room. Well, it's not empty. It's full of dangerous things.
Full of death.
Full of death. You are in the center of the room with Mike, Andrew, Ella, Dez, and Inigo. In front of you is Sharon. Directly behind Sharon are 2 rows, 5 across of each of these battle bots. So the 10 there all together. On the ceiling are 3 laser turrets on either side, so 6 altogether. And then directly below them are 3 tower turrets on either side, so 6 altogether. So 1 Sharon, 10 battle bots, 6 turrets on the ceiling, 6 towers on the ground. And your goal is to hit the red button on the opposite side before the timer hits 0.
Gotta hit that button,
That's
guys.
easy.
Okay?
Easy.
Or the alternative, we die. That was also an option.
I guess that's always kind of an option, but yeah.
It might be easier. You guys want to just...
Oh,
give
it's
up?
definitely easier. For sure.
I would say it's
All right,
easier.
I lift my throat. Somebody split it.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, we won't die.
Okay,
All
I need
right, that was a
everyone. No,
joke. That was a
everyone.
joke.
Everyone, hush. Everyone needs to listen to me. Okay, if we want to survive, we all need to work together. Now, I'm going to put up a force field, but I'm not going to be able to hold it for very long. So I need all of us to listen, and we need to get on a plan. And as Ella says this, you see the pink floating brain inside of that bowl on top of that chicken's head start to glow. This like blue, faint glow, and a force field comes around all of you, keeping you safe for the time being. Now, listen to me. Andrew, I need you and Des to take care of the BattleBots. Can you do that?
I would be down. I would love a different partner. No offense, we're just not Dez, because it's like you're lumping us together because we're Macy's.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
And I feel like
the Macy's have the best shot against the BattleBots. Both of you can activate your accelerated photon particle armament, and you'll be able to cut through them with ease.
And I have one of those installed.
Yeah, dude, she means your energy sword. Just activate your energy sword. It's going to come out of your wrist gauntlet, and, like, you're going to be fine.
Activate my energy sword?
Andrew,
Wait.
if you have an energy sword, you should activate it, guy. I want to see
Okay,
an
I
energy sword.
I haven't activated my energy sword. You know, my wife's still on Earth. I thought maybe that would be,
God.
bad, but I guess I'll activate it.
I understand that. I activated my energy sword a lot when we weren't together.
Okay, everyone is missing the point. Listen. God, both of you are so gross.
Okay, so I have a sword. So what you're saying is if I do this and I slam my arm onto my hand and like...
Andrew, as you slam your arm onto your hand, you feel a very familiar voice like come over inside your brain. Activating energy sword now. Energy sword at 100%. And you watch as this beam of pure blue light materializes out of your wrist gauntlet, and you now have a roughly 4-foot energy beam blade coming out of your wrist.
He gets a whole sword?
Oh yeah, it's time to high-five these lasers. But it's not my fucking turn, I don't think. I don't think it's my
It's
turn.
still, but it's okay that you said a cool line there. We
But I'm
haven't touched on a
ready.
Cool line.
Don't worry, it's my turn, even though Ella decided to jump on top of it.
Yes, I know. It's your turn, whatever that means. Peony, Alissa, whatever you want me to call you, this is what I need you to do. You grow stuff, right? Like you're a Floridian, that's what you do? That's what your whole shtick is?
I can also move the earth.
She can move the earth. I've seen it. It was fucking
Wait, you can move
badass.
the Earth, Alyssa? Holy
Yes.
shit.
Okay.
You can create seismic shifts in the earth. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I need you to do your vine thing or move the earth or whatever you want to call it to the towers and knock them down. Do you think you can handle that?
I don't know, can I? And I cast Earth Tremor on one of the towers at second level, which creates a whole tremor in a 10-foot radius. I'm doing it against a tower, so I don't know how I can do a dexterity saving throw, but otherwise it takes damage.
Yeah, cool. Alissa, go ahead and we're going to roll nature for me.
I don't know if we should call it cast because it is more like an innate ability of your particular alien race. Because we have a sci-fi oeuvre kind of going on, just wanted to make that quick note. You're not casting it, you're sort of using your innate abilities.
I'm just still using D&D terminology.
Okay, I just want us to be genre specific.
I use my
She's
natural
pulling the trigger.
ability
Within
of Earth
herself.
Tremor
She is, thank you very
for
much.
a 14.
And we'll find
Yeah,
a better
cool.
way to say that.
Yeah, all right. Cool. So you all watch as Alissa puts her hands down onto the metallic floor of this room that all of you are in. And as you watch, these little vines start to grow from the top of her hands and her fingers and her palm, and they snake their way into the metallic floor, and you can hear the creaking as it starts to dig and burrow. And then there's a small shake that starts, and it gets more aggressive and more aggressive as these vines erupt out of the floor and wrap themselves around the turret that is closest to you and just crush it like it's a soda can.
Damn.
Alissa, that was badass!
I know.
Wow.
Could you do that like another 22 times? I don't know how many things are on the field, but it seems like a lot. I'm
I
gonna say
cannot.
22.
Yeah,
Just
Alissa,
sick.
that
I
was
cannot. No,
that
that
was
took a lot out.
so good. You took down one of the things, and there are still more, but it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna get out of this because now it's our turn.
All right.
Inigo, you know what to do.
Wow.
I took a
Elle,
big
I just
one.
want to say, Elle, that was a really good idea you had.
Elle, that
I mean,
was a
the-
great idea.
Thank you
was gonna
so
do it.
Wonderful execution.
We're going to get out of here, and it's all going to be because of me. Thank you. Inigo, activate Plan Alpha Flight. And as Elle tells Inigo to activate Plan Alpha Flight, he reaches into the pockets of this like jacket that he's been wearing. And as his hands come out, you just see ninja stars in between each of his like pawed fingers, and he unfurls them, and you can see that he's carrying 6 in each hand, and with a flourish he throws these ninja stars, and it hits 3 of the turrets, 2 on the left and 1 on the right, as they both start to seize and puff with smoke and explode.
Nice.
Inigo, that was cool. Andrew is currently my best friend, but in the
Yes.
event of his death, I
What?
would like you to be a backup, and I'd love for you to teach me your ways. The martial arts thing had a whole 12 throwing stars and 10 fingers. I mean, the whole
Mike?
thing, man. It was fucking
Mike, can
cool.
I talk to you for a second, bud?
Yeah.
Hey, bud. Hey, come here.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just, you were talking, I was listening,
Sure.
and what I heard you say was that you have a backup for me?
No. I don't yet, because he didn't agree. You cut us off in the middle of that.
Well, you asked him to be
I'm just saying.
my backup?
I said in the event of your death, man.
We didn't sign a prenup on our friendship, did we? No, there's no
I
after
don't know
me.
if that applies to friendships
When
or
I
death.
die,
While
You're done having
While
friends.
the two of you are having this conversation, Mike, you feel this like little like tickle like on the back of your leg, and then up your back, and then on your shoulder. And Andrew, you watch as Inigo has essentially like crawled up Mike and then jumped off of his shoulder, essentially using his gelatinous body as a trampoline, as Inigo has flung himself up into the air, katana drawn towards one of the other laser cannons hanging from the ceiling.
I fastball special.
That was really cool.
Only a few people are gonna get that reference. My fastball special.
It sounds familiar. I'm gonna look it up after we record.
So many X-Men references.
It's an X-Men reference.
Okay, I remember now. I would have liked to climb your back and be fastball special, Mike.
I would have loved that, but Inigo had the idea, and he had the agility.
He had the agility.
Inigo, don't climb my buddy again.
Andrew, are you gonna come help me with these battle bots, or am I just gonna go do it myself?
I guess so.
All right.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Elle, go ahead and drop the force field. Andrew and I are gonna go I don't know, beat up some robots or whatever. And
Yeah, that sounds
Dez begrudgingly starts walking towards the battle bots, and as he does, he raises both of his arms, and as he raises his arms, they turn into individual cannons, and he starts rapid firing these little mini projectiles of energy into the battle bots. And then Andrew, it is your turn.
Okay. I want to... How close is the nearest battle bot to where we just left the...
I would say 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. I would like to... I don't know how I'm going to do this, but my goal, I kind of narrow my eyes at the cannon, and I put my hand up to my temple, my hand that's not a sword, and I just think to us, the AI companion in my head, I need to reprogram this gun. And I try to feel through the air, maybe the electricity, and I'm going to try to hack into this gun.
Okay.
Now, if I can't feel anything in my brain, I assume I would have to touch it, in which case I would like to run towards the gun.
Let me...
Using my sword to block any bullets as I go.
So, you are going for one of the turrets on the ceiling, right? Not one of the standing towers?
I'm going for, the ones on the ceiling. I'm going for the ones on the ceiling, and I'm making my way towards it till I get as close as possible.
Cool. Once again, you reach out with your newfound technical abilities, and you do feel a connection to this turret. However, the connection is not strong enough for you to be able to completely override its own hardware. It is a strong enough connection for you to disable it. So you can't reprogram it, but you can turn it off.
Okay, I tried to use my electrical abilities to overload the sensors on this gun. So I just,
Sweet, yeah. So you do so.
Blast it.
So you using one of the abilities of your Ghost in the Machine Warlock patron for what we're basing your character on. You're going to information surge essentially this cannon, and you are going to temporarily render it useless. You're going to send this surge of power, electricity, energy, information, whatever you want it to be, into this turret, and you watch as the lights that are blinking on it to show that it is operational slowly start to stop until they go out completely, and then the cannon itself just kind of falls down in its chassis, and it is no longer operable.
Flaccid.
It is a flaccid cannon. It is a flaccid cannon. You are correct. And that will take us to Sharon and the BattleBots and the towers. So Sharon is still holding on to your hand, and you feel this surge of electrical energy start from her palm and make its way into your body. Go ahead and roll a 1d10 for me.
Okay. Yeah. Was that a good shock face?
That was such a good shock.
I think what I would do if I was,
that was
shocked.
So good.
I'm acting.
You are.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
A D10, he said.
Oh, okay. I did the wrong one. Didn't hear any of the stuff he said. 9.
Cool. You take 9 points of lightning damage.
Oh, that's no good. That's a lot.
Jesus.
Let's see. That feels mean that you made him roll his own damage.
Yeah, that's sadistic. Now I know why Dalton plays this game. Mm-hmm. Hands above the table, Dalton. I know you get off on this, you sick fucker. All right. So I take 9 damage.
You take 9 points of lightning damage. And then Sharon says, "You simply will not reach the button in time. Thank you for playing Space House." And as she says, "Thank you for playing Space House," the cannons up on the cannons up on the wall, 2 of them, because 4 of them have been taken out of commission, and the turrets on the sides of you start to blast towards you with these pulses of energy fire coming at all 6 of you. So I need all of you to roll a dexterity check for me.
God damn it, Sharon, you're mean.
Oh, no.
And to think I was going to ask you for a threesome with my wife because you're kind of hot.
Not into that.
But okay,
7.
that's why I was going to ask you too, and I'm not doing it anymore,
5.
by the way, because of the shock thing.
7, 5. Mike, I need you to roll. I need you to roll as well.
Sorry. I got caught up in
I got a
something else.
7.
Oh, hell yeah. 19.
Cool. Andrew and Alissa, roll a d10, please.
Yeah, roll a d10. She's going to do bad things to you,
I got a
and
10.
it hurts.
8.
Cool. Andrew, you take 10 points of force damage. Alyssa, you take 8 points of force damage as you are blasted by the cannons and the turrets. Mike, Ella, Inigo, and Dez all managed to avoid the cannon fire this round.
Oh, of course
Hell
they
yeah.
did. Mm-hmm.
Wait, hey, guess who got 9 points of lightning damage, okay? I take cannon fire over lightning damage. It hurt.
I would take lightning damage.
Campfire
over
hurts,
cannon.
Mike, it is your turn.
It all
Okay.
hurts.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. It's my turn. Enough talking when I talk. Okay, so here's what I do. Me. I focus all of my energy into my goo. And,
Yeah, you do.
Dalton, can you tell me what's around me? Like,
Powers.
near
Yeah,
me?
so behind you is Ella and Alyssa. In
Sure.
front of you is Sharon.
Sharon.
And 10 battle bots.
10 battle bots.
Andrew and Dez are in the middle of the battle bots. They are currently engaged with those 10. And then Inigo is mid-air, making his way up to a turret to slice it with his katana.
Nice, that's cool. Inigo, honestly, hero of this episode, I think. Him and Elle. Elle because of your bravery and leadership and genius. Inigo
you.
because
Thank
he
you,
knows
thank you.
karate.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. The slicing midair, I just like his whole...
It was mostly,
Okay, yeah, okay, anyway, I'm sorry, enough gushing. So, it's my turn. Shush. I take all of my energy and all of my goo, and I think of an octopus. But I think of an octopus with 10 arms. So I guess a decapus is what you'd say. I have a big head, and I turn all of the goo of my lower body into 10 long tentacles. And I whip them all at the battle robots at the same time, all 10, at their weakest point, which I can sense, if you'll allow me. I'll roll for it. I'll roll for it if you'd like.
For the rule of cool and the sake of flavor, I am gonna let you turn your lower body into these like 10 tentacle. Alyssa, don't look at me like that. These 10 tentacle, these 10 tentacle things.
Should've
However,
been a cool
mechanically, you're only getting 2 attacks. You're getting your left arm and your right arm.
Thank
That's fine.
And you can't say decapus ever again.
Never.
You just can't.
But
Not
you have to
allowed.
admit, decapus kind of sounds cool.
Isn't that what you have on the back of your team jackets? Don't you have Decapus with snake arms that breathe lasers? Isn't that what you put on the back of your
yeah,
jacket?
Our
that's true.
mascot.
Callback.
That's
yeah,
your mascot. Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking about that when I said that. All of this is planned.
And it's just like, what the fuck are you talking
What?
about?
What the fuck are you
Obviously,
talking
you
about?
haven't listened to the most recent episode, which I edited.
I have, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, on the back of your team uniforms or whatever, you put
Oh,
octopus.
oh my God, okay.
But the tentacles ended in snakes, and the snakes shot lasers.
Lasers.
Yes. Okay.
So if
Dalton.
anybody out there is listening, we would like an artist rendering of that.
Please,
Thank
please.
you.
And if the drawing is good
for
enough,
free.
we will make one jacket for a giveaway.
Mhm.
And it's going to be cool.
It's gonna be so cool.
It will be cool.
We'll make little patches.
No, it'll be like funny, but also you'll be like, oh, this is cool streetwear. I'd like to wear this.
Yeah.
So if there's an artist out there, please
Right.
work with us.
Yeah.
Maybe
Um,
Kanye posts a picture of himself wearing it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Kanye.
know. Yeah, that would be great.
No,
Or
we
is it
can't.
just
We
Ye?
can't say that
It
name
might
on the
just be
podcast.
Ye.
We'll get canceled.
That's true.
Dalton,
Dalton, going back to my turn, everybody please
Yep.
shush. I would like to do the 2 strikes, but can we consider that the flurry of blows?
Sure. Yeah, you
That's
can
fine.
spend a key point for flurry of blows.
Okay. No, because the flurry of the blows is its own attack, and then if I successfully land flurry of blows, I get to spend a key point for 2 additional attacks afterwards.
Are you a monk?
He is a monk.
I'm a monk.
I know we never talk about it.
Well, because this is space, I'm not, and monk really doesn't fit my personality. But yes, I have the functionality of a monk.
You're a gunk.
I'm a gunk.
You're a gunk.
I'm Mikey Gunk.
Yeah, give me a roll to hit, please.
Oh, 23 to hit.
Damn, to hit?
Wow.
Yes, because I get +5.
Yeah.
Because I'm unarmed.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Go ahead and give me your damage rolls for
Damage,
your
yes, sir. You got it.
your attack and your flurry of blows.
That's
Monks
enough.
are so cool like that. I like that.
They are.
You don't want armor. You don't want weapons. Just
I
coming
am
at
a
ya.
weapon.
yeah.
A goo weapon.
You're like I am
Like
the weapon.
napalm. All right.
Napalm, it says.
6. 6 times 4 is Alissa.
24.
You get 3 attacks.
And 6 times 3 is 18. Math.
Sure is. Sure is. Don't even need to double check it.
Are you attacking 3 separate targets, or are you attacking the same target?
I am attacking 3 different robots at their
Cool.
weakest point. And can I roll to see what their weakest point is? I'm also doing a perception check.
You know what? Give me a perception check. Go ahead, give me a perception check.
All you have to do is ask, guys.
At
then you'll be
disadvantage,
able
because
to
you were just
duplicate
shocked the
this.
fuck out of by electricity.
I'm going to spend a key point to re-roll that. So
I don't think that's
I don't
accurate.
think that's a
it
thing.
is. It is.
No, that's a
I don't think it
lucky
is.
feat.
No, you really don't need to look it up because I've
No,
studied.
I'm literally looking at it right now.
Because I have studied the ways of the monk for nigh a century now.
You
As a
haven't.
monk, I would know
Nigh
what
a
a monk
century.
does.
No.
Does 9 means not even close to?
No, that's
Shush.
because listen, I let you spend a key point to re-roll something a few episodes back
Yeah,
because
so
I was feeling
you
generous.
can't go back on it now. It's a
Oh,
function
I
of my
totally
character.
can. I totally can because then I went and read the rules. I'm like, fuck, he's not doing that shit
I
again.
I did confidence my way into that.
And that's
Fine.
and you know what? And that's a good DM. That is the let me just give it to you for funsies, but then let me look back at the rules so I know for next time.
No,
Yeah,
you
and
think
now
a
you're
good
not
DM
gonna
is
get it.
rules heavy. You're a rules lawyer.
Yeah, what
I
makes me a
rolled a
good
3. DM
DM is I let you guys do whatever the fuck you want to.
No, I know. It's gotta. There has to be a balance or some dumb shit. I rolled a 3. So I'm trying to find their weakest point, and I rolled a 3. So what does that mean when I strike these 3 gentlemen?
You rolled a 3 to try and find their weakest point, and the logical sense takes you back to watching Power Rangers as a kid,
yeah.
when the Power Rangers would hit the putties straight in the center of the chest, right on that emblem, and it was a one-shot KO every single time you hit them on top of that emblem. However, unfortunately for you, the chest piece is the most armored piece of the battle bot. So as your goo tentacles go to make contact with 3 separate battle bots, it barely puts a dent into the chest.
I got him, guys. I fucking got him. Killed him.
Good job, babe.
3 KOs right off the bat.
Yeah, that was so impressive.
Thank
It
you,
was
El.
So good.
Really,
That was
hey,
so
I'm
good.
just doing my job. I'd like to hide behind the nearest big thing now, Dalton.
You're the biggest thing here.
You are the biggest thing here.
I'd like to hide behind. Okay, well then I roll into a ball the size of a marble, and I hide behind somebody stronger.
Oh my god. You are really stretching.
No,
ability.
as an amorphous blob, I can fit into any 1-inch hole,
He can.
Fit.
Yeah, you can.
which means I can condense myself.
That doesn't mean you are 1 inch.
Fine, I become a 6-foot-long 1-inch noodle. How about that? I still hide behind something stronger. So it still
Alissa,
works.
it is your turn.
Okay. I'm feeling a little sensitive because Elle is taking control. So I'm gonna show off a little bit. And I want to cast because you said there's a second tower as well, right, Dalton?
There are 6 towers. You took out 1, so there are 5 more.
Excuse you. Excuse you.
That's why Elle was not impressed.
I thought there was more turrets than towers.
No, there are 6 of each.
You should have listened to the numbers. I can remember them all.
All right. Well, then we will do this. I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere next to one of the towers because that itself should set one on fire. And then as a bonus action, I can ram something. So as a bonus action, I'm going to ram it into the next tower. Boom.
Alissa, you start to feel your body get warm. It's like every cell in your leafy green skin is on fire. And Mike and Andrew, if you were to look at Alissa, there would just be this faint yellow glow about her as this concentrated ball of solar energy begins to form in her open palms. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until she's holding like a beach ball sized ball of just solar energy, this whitish yellow light in her hands. And with just a little toss of her hands, she tosses this ball of solar energy over towards one of the towers. Yes, Michael?
Okay, so I'm imagining I'm a noodle, a 6 foot long, 1 inch thick noodle, and 2 cartoon eyes come up at the top of the noodle, and then the goo splits in the middle to make a but I'm still a noodle on the ground. But I am in awe of my wife. I just want you to know I'm in awe of you.
Thank you, Nicole.
You're my sun goddess, babe, and I love you.
Even the battle bots are putting on sunglasses, like oh,
Like amazing.
even the turrets.
It's
the
like
turrets
when
have more
Zoolander
glasses
does
too.
Magnum.
Yeah.
Okay, so you toss this ball of solar energy over towards the towers. Alissa, I'm going to put your fate in your own hands. Roll a 1d4.
Don't do that. Don't do
What does
that
that
to me.
mean?
I don't want to know what a 1d4
And
does.
before anybody says anything, odds. Okay, roll a 1d4, and I'm just going to say odd. I'm not going to tell you what it means. I'm just going to say odd.
3.
Okay, cool. You toss the ball of solar energy over towards the tower, and all of a sudden, all of you hear this like mechanical sound effect, almost like as if a gauge is being filled up. And then you hear Ella from the background. Oh, great. That's awesome. Throw a ball of solar energy at the towers that are solar powered. Great job, Alissa.
Oh, Liz.
Fantastic.
Alissa.
I mean, there were panels on them. I didn't want to say anything because I wanted you to have your moment.
I feel like flames are different. Fire is different than solar.
No, there's a big sign even there. It says solar powered.
Yeah. Elle, do you want to dumb this down and explain this one to her a little bit?
She's
Yeah,
not
I
fucking
would-
getting it, Elle.
I would love to. So, some of the technology is powered by the solar winds and the solar energy that are in the space. Space is the big black empty thing that we're just kind of floating through right now.
It's the big black
And-
empty thing, Alissa. Go on.
This sounds like chicken splaining, but go ahead.
And some of the things are powered by that solar energy, and that ball of fire, that ball of energy that you just created, so cool, so proud of you. Sisters in power, I think you're amazing. That you threw at the tower, instead of depowering it, actually gave it more power because it is powered by the
doesn't
solar
depower
energy
it.
that you just threw. So counterproductive to what we're supposed to be doing, but still, you're doing great. You're doing amazing.
She's saying
and
you gave it more power.
These
Like
are
a
bad
fucking
guns,
idiot.
Alissa.
I'm sorry, Alissa.
Thank
Still in
you.
awe of your powers, I guess.
Thank you for your feedback.
You're so welcome. Do better next time, okay? Thanks. You're the best.
We would appreciate it.
I'm going back into my noodle, babe. Really disappointed today.
So it is now Ella, Inigo, and Dez's turn. And as Inigo completes his turn, you just hear this like slash as metal slices through metal. And Inigo lands in a very much superhero pose back on the ground as this turret falls from the ceiling and just crashes behind him in like very much action film style. While he is doing that, Dez is mowing down BattleBots, taking out 1, then 2, then 3 with the energy rifle that is rapid firing out of each of his hands. And Elle has lifted up panels of the floor with her psychic powers from her brain and is throwing panels of the floor like frisbees into the turrets that are still up on the ceiling, effectively knocking the rest of them down. So no turrets on the ceiling anymore, thanks to Inigo and Elle. And you still have 5 towers and 7 BattleBots to go.
Dalton.
And Sharon.
Permission to clap and wave my noodle around.
Permission granted, sir.
Don't say it like that.
Woo! Inigo! Cool! Karate, I love it! And you! Fucking nailed it with your What did Des do? Or who else am I congratulating?
Des has energy rifles that are rapid
Des,
firing
the
out of his
energy
hands.
rifles! Fucking amazing! I have to say, these two are MVPs of this whole battle. Couldn't have made it without you guys. I mean, just outstanding. Outstanding. Going back to
Andrew, it is your turn.
It's my turn? Okay.
It is your turn.
I agree, Mike. And the ideas that Eladramada had to give to this, well, she should have given an extra idea to Alyssa maybe
beautiful.
last
Alyssa
time.
probably needed a hint, but yeah, beautiful ideas.
We all make mistakes. Not the rest. Alyssa does. The rest of us not so much.
Oh, like you guys have never made a mistake.
We made mistakes, but I guess what
Not
we're
in
saying
space.
is during this crucial moment, who was the outlier? Who made a mistake? You know.
Anyway,
not trying to.
Anyway,
not trying to
good efforts for all, except maybe Alyssa. Anyway, okay. I look around. Okay, at all the battle bots that Des has recently killed.
Yes.
Did any of their heads come off?
Roll a d20 for perception. Let's vibe check this, Andrew. Did any of their heads come off?
19.
One of their heads did indeed come off.
Oh yeah, good head. I look at the head on the ground, and I would like to pick it up. And I just kind of look at it, and I look at the button across the room, and I put the head in front of... Actually, okay. I withdraw my sword, first of all.
Okay.
Back to a hand.
All right.
I would like to pick up the head in that hand.
Okay.
And I would like to put it in front of my other arm, which I can feel has a cannon inside of it. I'm saying it, so it does. And I would like to basically Eldritch Blast, which is stylized as...
Your laser cannon.
Agonizing Blast.
Okay.
My laser cannon, Agonizing Blast. And I would like to blast the head at the button. I'm like using it as a cannonball, basically.
Okay.
And I would like to... And I'm using us to kind of like... get the trajectory of the button, you know?
Okay, all right. So while you are doing all of this, us comes over in your head. Target acquired in 90 seconds. Target acquired in 60 seconds. Target acquired in 30 seconds.
Us, it's the red button.
Target
you don't need to acquire it. It's there.
Target acquired.
Okay.
Target locked.
It's locked?
Fire when ready.
Oh, do I have to do anything? Do I just say the word fire?
As you say the word fire, this blast of energy comes from your hand, launching this robot head across the room towards the red button. Andrew, give me a d20 rule of cool roll.
Yeah, baby. Okay. What do I add anything?
Nope, just a straight 20.
17.
Ah, okay. The head flies forward, landing right on top of the red button. And as it does, everything in the room goes red. So instead of the stark white, everything just takes on this kind of red hue. All of the remaining battle bots, all of the remaining cannons power down. And Sharon looks at all 6 of you. Congratulations, you have completed the final trial of the Crucible. Welcome to Space House.
I mean,
oh my God.
You did it!
I mean, wow! My buddy in
God.
action.
And the mouse guy and Diego could not have done that, so I should be your best friend, Mike.
No, I have to
And
say,
Elle-
Inigo, you didn't fucking do that. They had the button right in fucking crunch time. Inigo, still runner up if Andrew dies. But Andrew, my boy, I mean...
But I want to thank the real MVP.
I mean,
the one who's been the brains
of course.
since we came to these fantasy worlds from Earth. The one, Mike, who has saved our ass in particular a million times. Who's even maybe risked her life for us. I'm talking, of course... Eladramada!
Eladramada fantastic.
Oh my God, you guys, that's so unexpected. I mean, yeah, I did have the best plan, and it went a little sideways a couple of times, but we got us back on track, but I could not have done it without all of you. Everyone played an integral part, some more than others, an integral part in making sure that we accomplished our goal and made it through this final trial of Space House. So thank all of you for thanking me, and you're welcome.
I gotta say, I just want to get inside your head. I mean, what is it like in there?
It's
what should
wet.
I be reading?
In the jar?
It's wet in the jar. It's wet in the jar.
It's wet
It
in there.
is.
It's blue sometimes.
It is.
How do you change the color changes? Do our brains change color?
No.
Wow.
No, it's an LED light. I can see it behind the brain. Still cool. I guess I meant more intellectually. Like it's just.
Alissa, why are you standing off to the side? Come on and celebrate.
Yeah, Alissa, you're so quiet. Get in here.
Alissa, get in here. We're celebrating.
We won.
I walk up to Elle.
One space house.
And I pat her on the shoulder.
Not Space House.
Good job. Thank you for your guidance.
You are so welcome. We need to work on a couple of things with your tactics, but it'll come with time.
Hey, her sunball charged my kneecaps. I guess these are solar powered. So
Andrew's
thanks, Alissa.
kneecaps were working overtime for a little bit there.
They're at 100% now. Must have been the sunlight.
So glad I could help.
As you're all having this conversation, the all too familiar digital silhouette of Flip Busby blinks into existence in the room. Congratulations, all 6 of you. Surprising everyone, and I do mean everyone, you have completed all 3 trials of the Crucible. This has not been done ever since the beginning of Space House. And when I tell you we were shocked, we are shocked. But the ratings are through the roof. So thank you very, very much. You may all now retire to your quarters, which have been put right back to how you found them on your very first day. And you can await the next trial.
Oh, man. Thank you, Flip. It seems
You're welcome.
That like you have to trash the thing and then put us in mortal peril for us to have our stuff just put back and back to square one. That's where we're at. But.
Yeah. Feels
so what were you going to
unnecessary.
do with our stuff? You thought we were going to die. Obviously, you packed up our shit.
We did. Everyone expected you to perish.
Yeah. Okay. Seems like people are betting on this.
They
Spacebetting.com,
and they are not happy.
90-1 odds. Do we get a cut of that?
I don't.
do not.
I wanted to put down something like a fig or something, but
we really should have. We really should.
Mike, I noticed you bet against us, buddy. I saw that on Space. Whenever I said Space.
I really thought we were gonna die, and honestly, I didn't think that one through. Like where the money? Anyway, it was. But Flip, once again, I'm confused. I'm outraged, kind of. But we fucking did it. I'm also just happy for us. I mean,
we're alive.
Here we are.
Yeah.
You are alive to everyone's disappointment.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey. Whatever.
Like my dad.
You watch out for us. We need a group name. What kind of group name can we have?
I could not care less.
I'm not talking to you anymore,
Andromed's Angels.
Flip. Fuck you. I'm talking to the group.
That feels excessive. Maybe something that's more group oriented.
Okay.
Whatever you decide, I promise it will not have an impact on my life.
Flip, you can leave.
I love that you're sticking around for the conversation, though.
Flip, this was an A to B to C to D to E and F, and you can G your way out of here.
Actually, Flip, you might help us come up with a team name. I mean, we survived. We might need some input.
The
Take a seat, Flip.
survivors.
No, that's bad. I'm sorry, Alissa. That was bad. Al, do you have a better idea that's more eloquent?
What about the survived?
Yes.
The Survived. That sounds like a Christian band from the early 2000s.
That's true.
Survived.
That does turn me off, Al. At first it sounded brilliant, but then I was reminded of my Christian upbringing and the trauma that goes along with...
Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. I totally get that. What about, and I'm just spitballing here, Elle and her boys?
I like that.
Yes, I like that.
Because it's like, we're all her boys. I mean, she's clearly our leader. De facto and literal.
I mean, I'd have to say so, yeah. I mean, not elected, but if we could elect, you'd be elected unanimously. I think so. Just...
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I do. And the logic makes sense. I've crunched the numbers several times. Yes, Mike.
Can I submit L's Angels?
Oh,
like Hell's Angels.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
good.
See what I did? I said Eladromeda, but that is better. That's better. L's Angels.
L's Angels.
Yeah.
All opposed?
No, nobody's opposed. I can say that right now.
Nobody is opposed. We're
Sounds
all on the
great.
same page.
L's Angels. L's Angels! And that I turn back to the Flip Busby and the cameras and I say, look out, okay? Fucking look out, Spaceopolis. Because here we are. L's Angels. And we're going to win the whole damn thing. Yeah! L's Angels!
And I'm a Macy. And we're not so bad, and I'm coming around to it.
And then,
I flip
as
off the
Andrew's
camera.
talking about being a Macy, the camera just cuts.
Okay.
All right.
I get the feeling I didn't win over any
No,
new
I don't know if that
hearts,
one is. I
but-
think they will come around though, as the series goes on. They will come around.
Hey,
Hell's
Des.
Angels.
Hey, Des. I just wanted to say, bud, now that we've survived the thing we were supposed to die, I still don't like you outwardly, but dude, I think inwardly, secretly, I kind of respect you, and I thought you should secretly know that. I'm still gonna, in front of my buds, I'm still gonna like razz you, and like I might throw up once in a while to really commit to the bit. But I tolerate you, dude, and I just thought you should know that, and I appreciate you cutting that robot's head off, because without that, dude, I don't know. I would be dead.
And but I don't
It's Andrew.
want to sound offensive when I say this, but you are every type of human that I hate.
Wow.
I love that. I love that because that means I'm representative of my species, man. And I feel like I've lost my humanity, so it feels good to hear.
Humans do suck.
It feels good that I've retained my humanity, dude. And dude, if there weren't other people around here, I'd fist bump you. But you're gross. Gross. This guy, and I wink at him.
It's just like, and just like walks off. To the disappointment of all those involved with Space House, our heroes survived the Crucible and will now be moving on to the next phase of the games. What terrors await them on the next day? Find out on our newest episode of Dungeon Radio Hour. In the meantime, join us over at Patreon at www.patreon.com/Dungeon Radio Hour for extended intros, bloopers, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content from all of your favorite Earthlings here at DRH. Until next time, keep the volume up, the dial tuned in, and always say yes to adventure. Bye for now, kids.
Dalton, I walk over to Inigo and I'm like, hey man, I gotta tell you something. I really feel a connection to you because you know karate and you kind of represent this cartoon that I really liked growing up. And I just like your whole thing and it's cool, and you made my dream come true. Fastball special. So what that is in the X-Men series, Colossus, a bigger, stronger guy, throws
Inigo
Wolverine,
walks away
sort
as
of
you're talking.
Sort of a faster, stabbier guy, and that's what we were, a big, strong guy, faster stab. And I threw you, or you bounced off me. It's semantics.